Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
With the housing market continuing to stay hot in North Texas, we thought it was a great time to check out our viewer mailbag and address some of your questions. Our mortgage expert, Rodney Anderson, is joining us this morning, and we are taking some of your questions. And Rodney, I want to get right to it because we have Jerry from Wackwall. Right. Now, he is saying, my wife and I are buying a house, and we had a short sale almost 3 years ago. Are there mortgage products available for us, and what is the required credit score?
Yeah, it's a great question because a lot of people went through foreclosure, short sale. So the requirement is, for example, on a VA loan, we do a lot of loans for military veterans. The short sale only has to be 2 years old. FHA loans, which is 3.5% down, the short sale must be 3 years old.
Okay.
Conventional loans, there's what's called extenuating circumstances. It could be 2 years, 4 years, or 7 years could be your waiting period.
What about short sales? I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, a short sale is where somebody, well, they lost value in their home years ago,
okay,
and they basically sold the home, but the bank took a loss on the property.
Okay.
These were really relevant back 3-4 years ago, but we don't see them hardly at all anymore. And basically what happens, it's kind of like a do-over. We call these buyers boomerang buyers, throwing a boomerang, coming back into the housing market, and there's going to be 7.3 million boomerang buyers over the next 4 years.
Wow. Okay, we got another question. This one's out of Highland Village. This is Stephanie, and she is saying that my husband and I have $52,000 in credit card debt, but we have a lot of equity in our home. Do we have any options to eliminate our credit card debt? Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, we've taken over 60 cash-out refinances in the last month alone. And basically what values have done is skyrocketed in many of these areas. Highland Village has done great. Well,
yes.
Here's how a cash-out works. Let's say your house is worth $400,000.
Okay.
You owe 80, or you can take out up to 80%, so that's $320,000. If you owe $200,000, you can borrow up to $120,000 and pull that out. So Stephanie could go refinance her mortgage, take all $52,000 out, do a cash-out refinance, get rid of all the debt except one mortgage. And I'd recommend to Stephanie, if you do that, go to a 15-year on a cash-out. It's a great program.
Oh, that sounds like really, really good advice. Question number 3, this is coming from Pete. He's in Dallas. He says, my fiance and I want to buy a house with my VA benefits. Can we get a VA loan if we're not legally married?
It's a great question. You cannot get a VA loan unless you're legally married.
Oh.
You cannot have boyfriend, girlfriend, partner situation. The only way you can get a VA loan with somebody else is if you're truly married.
Ah, so they can't be on the loan at all?
They couldn't be on the loan. He would have to qualify by himself. And that would be the way it would go. He'd have to pick a loan program. Otherwise, I've seen people where they found this out, they went to get married right away.
Well, that's a way to get married fast. But let's talk to also Julie. She's in Highland Park, and she is writing to us. We bought our home 4 years ago for $170,000 at 5.25%, and the value is now worth $220,000. Should we consider refinancing? Is this a good time for them?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a great time, especially if we don't know if they have PMI or not on their mortgage.
Okay.
And a lot of people have PMI. They don't need it anymore. So they could refinance, lower their rate, get out of the PMI. Why would you pay $150, $200 for something you don't need? That's the biggest waste of money that I've ever seen. And so I would recommend, those are all great questions, all reasons to pick up the phone and call.
I love it. Now, you can go to 1-800-EXPRESS for more tips from Rodney, or you can go to RodneyAnderson.com.